agencies will be in a legalized cannabis world? These are all really interesting legal questions, which is why I think you're seeing law schools say, hey, this is like something that we need to teach. It's going to be a huge industry and one that directly implicates the kind of things that we teach at law schools.
Thank you for sharing that. I was curious to know kind of, their mindset and where they're at. And yeah, kudos to them for staying on top of the different regulatory, legislative stuff for a different state, because they are everywhere from every different state. Everybody's different. And even myself here, it's really hard to keep on tabs as to what's going on. For the dispensaries, I know you also help dispensaries re-strategize maybe. You want to touch on how you would help like active dispensaries, because I know California is always struggling. It's a hard market out here, but there's other people that I know in different states that are either, starting up and they're doing very well, but they're still trying to figure out how to reach their consumers in a new market or in a state that's maybe only medicinal. Any tips for those people?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, so what we do is we help dispensaries with their expansion strategy. And I think California is a great example. California is a huge state. There are 482 different cities in California. Each of those cities gets to decide whether they're going to allow cannabis sales or not. And only about a third of the cities in California allow for a retail cannabis business. And so what working with these dispensaries involves is putting together a plan about how they get from 3 dispensaries to 10 dispensaries over the next 18 months. Like you want to grow, as a sort of retail chain. What we do is we help you identify those jurisdictions, right, that will accept cannabis applications and determine where you're most likely to be successful, compete for those licenses, win those licenses, and then operationalize that business as quickly as possible. So it's basically helping these dispensaries put together an expansion plan, say in California, but also helping them think about how they move out of state. There are now 24 states that have legalized adult use cannabis.